Okay, so last week I talked about credit cards and how not to use them. And today I wanted to talk about why you might be turning away some free money. I'm sort of a nerd and I kept all my financial textbooks because I love them so much. So I wanted to explain a little bit of what's in here, hopefully in a really simple way. Saving money is sort of a race against time. Basically, the idea of the time value of money is that money is worth much more now because money invested over time equals more money. So for example, if you had the option to get $10,000 now or $10,000 in 10 years, the better option is now, because if you had that money and invested it for the next 10 years at, say, 8% interest, you could have $21,589 10 years later. Whereas if you just take the $10,000 in 10 years, you're just going to have $10,000. So the idea of compound interest is also described in this pretty common example in the financial world. And I won't go into tons of detail, but let's turn this down a little bit. So in this example, Sam has invested money between the years of 19 years old and 28 years old, and he invested $20,000 at 10% interest into a retirement account between those ages. Then he stopped putting money in for the rest of his life. Willie, on the other hand, didn't start saving until he was 29 years old, and then he saved every single year until his retirement 42 years later. Okay, that includes the year of 29 years old and the year of 70 years old. So then, when they both turned 70, you can see that Sam actually ended up with more money than Willie did, even though he put in less money. Because he started saving 10 years earlier, that time made the interest work for him, and he ended up with a lot more money, even though he put in less total. So every year that goes by that you aren't saving and investing, you're saying goodbye to a lot of free money. Also, if your job offers matching contributions to your retirement account and you're not contributing the maximum amount that they will match, you're also throwing away free money. So I wanted to just end with one of my favorite quotes, a Chinese proverb that says, "The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is now." So you have to have a sense of urgency with saving money, and that urgency will hopefully motivate you to spend less in the future.